Hey there everybody, this is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International Training and Empowerment Academy and host of the iTunes show, The Dr. Gwen Show. Today I'm talking to you about your job. I know because I've been reading the statistics and I've been reading some of your comments about how much you hate your job. And there are various reasons why people say they're hating their jobs. One of the reasons is having a bad boss. Now what I noticed too is that people will complain about the circumstances that they're experiencing with their boss, and yet they never step out to do anything about it because they are fearful that it may backfire and they may become a target. And so they continue to suffer. Now I just wrote a blog for you that will give you some tips and advice and a strategy that you can use to actually approach your boss. I understand that sometimes, on the other hand, people may not be aware of the impact of whatever they're saying or doing on you. And I'm not talking about those people who are nasty. They're purposely nasty and want to hurt your feelings. That's not who I'm talking about. And you may be encountering a circumstance from a supervisor that may not be nasty, but may be making decisions that you don't like. And so what do you do about it? Sitting back and complaining is not the way to go about it. And I invite you to read my blog, I Hate My Job. My Bad Boss is Horrible. And I give you some strategies there. However, just for the sake of this video, I want to share a story with you about the power of being assertive. And I want to quickly distinguish the difference between being assertive and being aggressive. They're not the same. When you are assertive, you state what you dislike about what's happening, you state what you want to happen, and you state what will happen in the future should that not happen. Now, it's not a threat situation. It's just stating it from the I perspective. I feel, I don't like, instead of the blaming perspective. You make me feel, you make me hate, which is completely different. Decades ago, I had a secretary that was completely fantastic. Many of you know that I've been an administrator in the school district, and this secretary of mine was respected by just about everyone in the school. And there was one day when she was asking one of the other supervisors a question, and he walked right by her, ignored her completely, and she didn't like it. So I was actually sitting in my office when I overheard the conversation when she came up and she called his name. When she said, "You know, I just asked you a question and you walked right past me and you didn't respond. And I want you to know that I did not appreciate it. And in the future, what I would like to see happen is when I ask you a question, that you actually respond to my question." And he sincerely apologized, and I noticed how his attitude towards her changed completely after that. He no longer walked past her. He would seek her out for her advice. And I can tell you it was a pleasure having her as a secretary, because she would keep at bay a lot of the things that would normally trouble me in my position. And I saw her do this with parents who came in who were irate and disrespectful, and she had a way of doing it. She was not disrespectful, she wasn't loud, she wasn't aggressive, she just quietly stated what had happened, and she quietly stated what she didn't like, and she quietly stated what she wanted. And people responded. Now, go to my blog. I spell it out completely in details for you so that you can recreate this just about for any other situation in your life. It may just not be for a job situation. If you're in a relationship and things are happening to you and you are not addressing it assertively, then you are responsible partly for what is happening as well. Many years ago, one of my friends said to me, when I was in a very bad marriage, she said, "You know, Gwen, you treat people how to respect you." that was a wake-up call for me, believe me. And at that point, I started adjusting and making a difference in myself and what I allowed other people to say and do to me. So now you don't need to swing to the aggression angle. However, practice some assertion and watch the relationships in your life change. And I invite you once again to go over to my blog at www.thedrgwen.com and read the blog, I Hate My Job. My bad boss is horrible. And leave me your comments there about some of your experiences and any questions you may have and whatever other items you think would be important for us as a community to know. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to talking with you again.